Hi everyone, this is Esther Tracy, and I am a freelance writer, a chocolate sommelier, and the founder of 37 Chocolates, which is a chocolate education company. Today I wanted to do something a little bit different, where I actually will get to explain what it actually means to be a chocolate sommelier. I see my friend Claire already joined us. Hello, Claire. The other day, when I did the Salt Cookie chocolate review, I saw actually on Instagram somebody say, "Oh, chocolate sommelier. If you don't know what it is, it's actually a professional chocolate taster." And I said, there is some chocolate tasting component to being a chocolate sommelier, but when you think about what a wine sommelier does, a wine sommelier is actually at the service of wine, and a big part of being a sommelier isn't just being knowing everything about there is to know about wine and everything, but it's managing to understand what the customers actually are trying to express in terms of wine preferences, and being able to pick the right bottle for their taste, where they're at, what they're trying to do, for their what they want to convey to the rest of their tables. And so there is a more service component. I would almost argue almost like a psychological component. And when I do a chocolate tasting, so back before COVID, I would do a lot of wine and chocolate pairing, and it wasn't just a matter of finding like a bunch of wine and chocolate that went together. There was a logic behind everything. I would try to either feature two different chocolate from the same maker, so people actually got to sample the difference between two brands, or what I like to do is create an element of surprise. My ultimate goal, me personally, is to create I love creating tastings that have a surprise element, and that's true even online actually, as I'm doing these days. So I always like to create a surprise element, and also there is a logic in why we start with this chocolate first and we go to that one and everything. It's very guided, and that's a very important part of, in my opinion, the sommelier type of position. So it's not you don't go to chocolate sommelier school. It's something you kind of learn by doing. But being in service is a massive component of what we do. With that, I wanted to actually to show you what the bars I'm going to try today. I have two bars, and I will show you actually how I would use those bars to create that element, the surprise I was telling you about. So the first one we have is this one by so unfortunately I opened it up. I unwrapped it. It's a Toak. It's I just realized today, I've had this for several months, and I realized today it's 100% cacao chocolate. So this was sent to me for free by Toak in Ecuador. I had reviewed the little chocolate squares a couple of months ago, and I thought those were also little miniatures, and when I realized it wasn't, I thought, okay, I'm gonna use it for a review. So that's a 100% cacao one. And then I wanted to show you this one. So this is so it's from a brand called Firetree, single estate, Solomon Island, Guadalcanal, 100% cacao, Firetree. And this is actually a present from my friend Lauren. Lauren, you can find her at Weekend Chocolate, WKND chocolate. She lives in Spain right now, and I believe she bought this in the UK when she was interning there. And yes, so I have those 200%. So hold on, everybody, please hold on. Yes, what's going on?
I have a little piece of chocolate, and also, I just finished the book, The Amazing Gum Girl. In the end, there is somebody in the factory who wants to destroy her, but they can't because she's all made out of gum. She blows gum and then it hits an electric wire and she turns into Gum Girl and she gets all stretchy.
That's really cool. So this was an interlude brought to you by a almost 7-year-old child. So thank you so much. All right, so yes, obviously she had strong opinion about the book. So the 100% cacao. So it's very interesting because I remember when the first almost 100% bar came out in France. It was, I can tell you exactly, it was in 2001. I tried it at a kind of like a fair or something. It was by Lindt. I had the 99%. It was like massively strong to the point of being inedible, very pasty in the mouth, and so that was my first experience. So that was over 20 years ago. No, it wasn't over 20 years ago. It was exactly 19 years ago. But so I remember that experience, and then in the meantime, craft chocolate happened, and then I learned a lot of things about cacao and chocolate, and the 100% doesn't have to be disgusting. I mean, in short, what's very interesting is the keto, like the 100% bars we were not popular at all, but the keto diet, and I believe also paleo diet, have popularized the 100% bar. So what that means, 100%, that means that your bar is essentially made of, so this is a cocoa bean. I'm going to remove the husk. So 100% bar is made of this, that's ground to death. With a caveat. Yeah, do you want this?
I don't see it.
Yeah, okay, I gave it to you, and I can. So this is the thing.
Are you allowed to eat
When you see the percentage on a bar, it doesn't refer to this, if that makes sense. Like, what I mean by that, it actually refers to the overall overall percentage of cocoa product. And so it could very well be this, which is a cocoa bean, and added cocoa butter. So you could technically have a bar that's marketed at 100% cacao, but if the ingredients list cocoa beans and cocoa butter, for all you know, there might be 20% cocoa butter added. There's just no way of knowing. There's just no way of knowing. So this is the inside of the cocoa bean, okay? And there's no way. So this is a cocoa bean, a Madagascar, from cocoa beans I bought in San Francisco in March. This is quite good. Like, those are really good quality. They don't taste bitter. They don't taste like ashy. Like, they are actually, I'd say they're a bit, they're actually fruity. I mean, fruity. You couldn't, I mean, is it chocolatey? Oh, I'm sorry. Jury's out. So bottom line is, if you start with good quality beans that are not roasted to death, the 100% bar is totally edible and sometimes quite delectable. So we're gonna start with the towak. Towak, they really nailed the unboxing experience. So here the ingredients are 100% cocoa beans. So there's no added cocoa butter. And I really, really love the unboxing experience. It really feels like a cigar box. And I'm sure this was totally intentional. And I've always said this is like a corporate gift with a soul. So you have a little tasting guide. And you know, like it's the whole, you know, when you look at it and you smell it and so on and so forth. Little white piece here. And then a little silvery thing when you have the towak type of logo. Ta-da! All right. And then turns out that's actually the cocoa bar. So I'm going to open this. I haven't opened it. Oh my word. Look at this. So big up to towak for this unboxing experience. I absolutely did not expect this to contain this. Like, you get double wrappers, and this is parchment paper. Oops. All right, and this is really, really cool. This is what it looks like. And I love that their mold has a hole in the middle, and what you see here is actually a teeny little cocoa bean. And I really like the nod to the origin of the chocolate, and to I love that the design managed to encapsulate, or literally, the origin of the bar. And I like that homage to where it's all coming from. You notice this bean is teeny tiny compared to the other one. They come in all, I mean, cocoa beans come in all kinds of shapes depending on the variety and the origin and everything. So this is the bar. It doesn't look extra bar to me. Oof. Extra dark to me for 100%. It has a brownish hue. I don't know if it's really clear. Nice and thick. And it smells actually quite, it's very aromatic. Almost fruity. And it's funny because usually I feel like all chocolate, you know, I mean, not a lot of chocolate have distinct aromas, but this one, I'm so sorry. I'm still struggling with that cocoa bean in my throat. Nice snap. I don't know if you could hear it. I love the way you can eat this triangle by triangle. Yeah, it almost has like a wine type, red wine, like a sweet red wine aroma. It's incredible to think this is 100% chocolate. I just can't believe how mild this is. Very, very mild. Almost like nutty. No bitterness whatsoever. I mean, this is quite good. Excuse me. It's a bit like chewy, but that's really common in my experience with 100%, with one exception. But it's sweet, and if you think of dark chocolate as bitter or strong, oh my gosh, you haven't tried that. And I would say those little the previous Towak I tried with the little squares, I thought they were good, but I wasn't like, oh my gosh, they were not earth-shattering to me. I just can't get over how good this is. I'm gonna go get a glass of water because I keep coughing.
It's gonna take a while until she comes back.
Right. And this is why you should always wear pants for your videos. Is the exception. Claire is asking the exception for the 100% is from Cantu. You're right. I forgot I had that. It's a chuncho, the 100% chuncho. That texture isn't too like pasty. But no, like there is 100% from Chocolat Madagascar that you can get at barandcoco.com. That one has extra cocoa butter. I mean, the way it melts is just like surreal. And for good reason, because it's not just like the cocoa beans. It has extra cocoa powder, cocoa butter. The chuncho is also quite good. Oh, we're going to get through this. This is delicious. I mean, I could really eat the whole bar, you know. It doesn't make your eyes squirt. It's just like, it's a testament to the beans that are used, because with no sugar you can't hide. So really, really, really nice surprise. So what was that? I wanted to show you the variety. If you wanted to get it, you could get it at caputos.com. So it does I'm not tasting those floral berries. It feels very nutty to me actually, but it doesn't matter. So Jessica says, I'm a brave woman to try 100% bar without water handy. it's just so mild, and it's actually a cocoa bean that's like butter my throat. I ate and a piece of nib just like went through my throat, so I've been coughing my my eyebrows out. But no, this is like, I mean, I would eat the whole thing. It is so good. Do you want to try it?
Yeah,
It's so
let's see
much.
if I can be the second person that I can eat it without any water.
I think you might like this actually. So good, so good. So Toak, can get it at caputos.com and also at toakchocolate.com. You can see, you can order. But yeah, I think this is a gem of a bar. I mean, very impressive, very impressive. So I will take care of the whole rewrapping here. So what I like to do, I mean, the first bar you can just eat on its own. I wouldn't pairing with anything. But what I like to do with like chocolate dark, like 100% bars, is I like saying to, like, if you can pair it with a dessert wine. And I know there's a lot of snobbery against Concord grape, but frankly, Concord grape wine is like so cheap, so easy to find in the US, and I find that a good chocolate makes the wine taste better. And so I've had a Concord grape something or other in my in my house one time, and I actually paired it with a very good quality chocolate cake that I made with 100% bar from Ecuador. Well, Ecuador, yes, just like Toak. And I paired it with this Concord grape wine, and it was phenomenal.
Quite good.
It was quite good. So my almost 7-year-old actually ate the 100% bar. That's how mild it is. And I tell you,
Without any water.
I have sneaked in 100% bar that were not like that, and she went straight to the garbage to spit it out. So that's just like, this isn't a somebody who just eats anything, you know. So so we're moving on to this one. So I don't know much about Firetree chocolate. It seems that it's made in UK. If you can see that, it's made in UK. Pretty sure you can get you can get Firetree at barandcoco.com. So the beans come from the Solomon Islands. It's telling us here tasting notes of dates and rich cocoa, to enjoy fully. Take time to let the flavors develop on the palate, and the unique and complex flavors of this chocolate are teased out during the long, slow process of whole bean roasting. Drives out any bitterness to reveal a pure 100% cocoa flavor that will surprise and delight the most refined chocolate palates, just like mine. Hold on a second. The long finish and lingering taste of our chocolate is due to the Firetree or cocoa tree, which thrives on the uniquely rich, porous soil of the South Seas' remote volcanic islands. Firetree's superior beans yield a distinct depth and complexity. All right, friends. So I find it to be like, I've seen Firetree quite a bit on Instagram lately.
I didn't want this one again.
Oh yeah, Emel says not 80% from lint, but this one.
You can give it back.
What, you finish? Oh, I should not eat. I ate the thing. Anyway, I was supposed to eat the Firetree. So yeah, I've seen Firetree all over the place, and all over Instagram, not the place. And it's apparently really good. And this one got a silver at the Academy of Chocolate Award in winter 2019. One thing I'd say is that for people who see those stickers, they're actually a certificate of excellence more than a reward, as in, you know, it's not the only chocolate that year that got this silver, right? So it's actually, you can have 10 in this category. So it's not like best in show, if that makes sense. So this is how you can translate those stickers that you see. So still, it's not like those awards mean that you're gonna love everything right away, but it's a nice way to filter out if you're really new to bean to bar. I know for me personally, I would tend to buy the bar with the awards if I don't know the maker, because it will make me feel a little more confident. So, all right, Firetree. So, let me show you. Qu'est-ce qu'il y a?
I have an apple.
We're eating chocolate.
Get out the taste.
Oh, go. Did you have an apple today? De l'eau, mon poussin. Okay?
Okay.
So.
But I pretty much ate it without any water.
Yeah, so. Vas-y. So, this is what it looks like. And I don't know if you can compare the colors. They're pretty similar. Still it's a brown. It's not, this black charred chocolate. This is brown. It seems to have a very nice snap. Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, snap.
You want to try some?
Is that good?
I don't know if it's good yet, but I'm sure it is because Lauren gave it to us. It's a lot less fruity, the aroma. Again, so mild. Oh, the finish is, I get what they mean by the finish. The finish it has is very like,
Yummy.
yeah, it's earthy, and it has a tartness at the end. But it has a earthiness that I don't know how I feel about that one. The flavor journey, like with the previous 100%, it was very like the tasting experience was really cohesive. This, you start with like almost nutty chocolate, then you end up like this earthy, and then poof, you have tartness. So I do like the Toac better, but it's not bitter, that's for sure. It's just that earthiness. I don't know what to make of it. I say dates and rich cocoa. I don't know. I feel like we're missing something. Yeah, it's almost like, I want to say almost mushroom. That is exactly what I taste like. That is really like the middle stop is those mushrooms. And I don't know how I feel tasting mushrooms in my chocolate. So if I want to go to the forest, I just wear some boots and go to the forest. I don't think I want to eat chocolate, but that's just me. Maybe you live in Arizona and you want to go to the forest, and so you can, this would get you there a lot faster than, I live in Pennsylvania. We have trees here. So,
They're not fine. Hi.
Yeah, definitely, like, it reminds me of those dried mushrooms, you rehydrate in a French press. At least that's how I do it. So yeah, it's not bad, but I don't know what to make of this mushroominess. So I'd be curious. I mean, dates is a stretch, people. I mean, I'm like, and this is the thing, dates really, that is not, rich cocoa, fine. Anywhere. Yeah, make me frown. Yeah, I mean, and this is where I think it's nice. Like, I'm glad I get to share these things with you, but when you're alone buying your chocolate in a specialty food store with your mask on and trying to stay away from all the evil of the world, and it's not evil? No, but like, that's so hard to pick a bar that's right for you. I mean, it's I love that they say dates and rich cocoa, but like a mushroominess, it was right in the middle, and they forgot to add that on the wrapper, as far as I'm concerned. But I really like the front. This is probably we need some kind of wine to make it
Yummy.
To round it all up, the whole experience. Let me put it this way. That said, there are some 100% bars that are a lot more intense than this too. And what I like to do during tasting is what I like to do during tastings is that sometimes, usually I disclose what I eat first, what people are going to eat first. But I've done that, when you tell people, you say, oh, it's a surprise bite, guess the percentage. People approach the chocolate with an open mind. And I have started chocolate tasting with 100% bar. And what that does is that it sets the bar in terms of intensity, sometimes bitterness, but really intensity so high that it doesn't matter what you get after. Everything is going to taste like, you're going to give it 80% chocolate, it's going to taste super sweet because it's so relative, right? And so I actually have that 77% dark chocolate with chili that I got from WM. And I'm curious to see how sweet it's going to taste. And sometimes like the best 100% experience I had was like I ate 100% bar and then I had an 80% by Ritual chocolate, and it brought all these citrus notes forward and the chocolatiness kind of fade in the background, so you can play around with this 100%. Yes.
Can I have one of those little the little ice cream ball?
Emoji? No. Go ahead. So this, oh, it's still super spicy. Holy moly. 5 o'clock somewhere, Sheila said. Yeah, that's for sure, but I need to drive after this. But anyway, still super spicy. But it brings so many fruit flavors forward, which makes it super fun, and it does taste sweet. And so that's my point, is that you kind of frame the experience with those 100% bars to bring in things like that. And it's just like, you know, it's just you I won't say you manipulate the taste buds, but or like the experience, but you take definitely the chocolate tasting, you definitely are driving the show, and the show is not what people would have bet in a million years. I got a message from my friend Paul. I really have to share it with you. Anyway, he sends me a text message and he doesn't leave. I really have to, I have to read his text. Shoot, hold on. Well, no, I'm gonna disappear from here. But anyway, it's he says it's like, well, he said something about me. I'm still here. I hope you're still here. No, but I like creating cool sensations by using, it's like chocolate is a alphabet letters, and you can write all kinds of words with them. And I think the same goes with chocolate. Like there is no, like it's nice to be able to utilize what you know of the chocolate to create cool sensations, right? And realize that taste doesn't exist in a vacuum. It's really relative, and you can frame the experience. So that's really it for today. If you were to spend money today, I would definitely say get the Toac, because that is yummy, and it would really challenge your perception of 100% bar. And yeah, I mean, that one was, frankly, I didn't expect to be so impressed with this one, and I really was. So, all right. So I'm going to conclude by saying thank you for getting your tickets. Hold on. Okay, so I have to say thank you to people, because my July 19th tasting is sold out. I still have a bunch of chocolate to ship across the country. So I do have a 1% on wait list, which means I'm thinking of adding a second date. So it's all about WM chocolate, and the goal of the tasting is to come up with vocabulary to help express what we're tasting. But also I want to really start staying with I want for all of you to, like anybody who attend that tasting, to start understanding what the origin means in terms of flavor and what to expect, and also start talking about the concept of liking a chocolate, and how does liking chocolate, what does that mean? It's I'm not going to say too much than here, but I think that when it comes to whether it's chocolate or wine or beer. Sometimes we say we like things because other people told us something was good, or we want to fit in and say that we like something, but we're not sure we actually do, or sometimes we really don't know how we feel about things because we haven't stayed with the whole experience long enough. And I want to talk a little more about that, because when we start a journey like that, I think it's very important that, I don't know, we're always looking for permission to feel what we're feeling. I feel we're looking for permission that our tastes are not sucky or as sophisticated as we'd like them to be. Like, there is just a lot of tangled emotions that come with that, and I want to stay there and discuss some of those notions, and yes, through a chocolate tasting with a maker that I appreciate a lot, which is WM Chocolate, and that a lot of people would, I think, like. So anyway, so let me know if there's a specific date. I'm going to ask the lady on Viviana on the wait list, like if there is a date that she'd like, but I'm thinking sometime in July. But I would like those chocolate bars to ship as early as possible, because it's getting hotter and hotter because summer is almost here. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching. You can follow me on... Oh, yes, you can follow me at 37chocolates.com and Instagram at 37chocolates. And remember to sign up for my newsletter, because that is the best way to keep up with all the upcoming tastings. So go to 37chocolates.com and sign up there. Speech time.
So, Mama, can you please show them the end?
Yeah.
Where it says on the other side of the... Oh.
Okay.
Meanwhile, on the other side of the town, in an old abandoned spot of a factory, someone else was first learning of the brave little gum girl who had stopped a plane from crashing with her bare, gummy hands, and he was cooking up a plan to destroy her.
Oh, so it's to be continued. All right. So that was the last page. Do you have a message for people who watched the video? No, just use your words, okay? What do you want? Anything? Otherwise, I'm going to say bye.
Taste chocolate and taste the flavors.
That's right. Taste chocolate, taste the flavor. See you on Thursday, everyone.
Au revoir.
Bye-bye. Au revoir.